Hey everybody, this is David at Homestead Hacks. What we're doing today is we're going to make beef jerky. And what we're going to use is a London broil. I had to get the camera set up here so you could actually see me cut it. And what we want to try to do is cut pieces about 1/8 inch thick and no bigger than that. So it takes a little bit of practice. But the reason I like this cut of meat because it's not marbled up with a lot of fat in it. It's pretty lean, and the shape of it is almost perfect. So all you gotta do is pretty much slice it. Now I may not hit this right first time, but it does take a rhythm. Now you can have them cut it for you, but I just started cutting my own because it got to where it was hard to talk them into cutting it. They didn't want to do it, so I thought, well, it can't be that hard, so I just started doing it myself. And you can see right there that what I'm cutting is working out pretty good. Pretty consistent so far. It can be thinner, it's not going to hurt. You don't want it to really be thicker. So far going really good. That one's a little bit thin, but it won't hurt it. So we'll just continue to cut those down like that. See, once you get into a rhythm, get a little bit of practice, it's not hard at all. Just, get you a good sharp knife. I sharpened this up right. And also a little tip, this right here is frozen. So it gives you a lot more control because your blade's not as flimsy going like this. So it stays pretty straight as you cut it. So being frozen, and it's partially froze. I had it in the freezer, then yesterday I put it in the refrigerator and let it sit overnight. So it just barely starting to unthaw a little bit. So that's about the perfect consistency right there. So you see how good that's cutting up? Really good. And be careful, don't cut yourself once you get down there close. So basically that fast, I cut that much up. And see how thick it is. It's very, very thin. I got a bunch of it here already. So what I'll do, the next step, let me show you what we'll do. Here's what we got. We got one bottle. This is a 15-ounce bottle of soy sauce. This is low sodium. You don't have to have low sodium, but I prefer a little bit less salty. And it doesn't matter what brand you use here, and it depends on what, this is Natural Mystique, it's called liquid smoke. So this bottle here is 4 ounces, 4-ounce bottle. So all you do, and I got a bunch more of this to cut up, and I'll show you, just show you this part, and then the next step will be in the dehydrator. So what you do, you pour in the whole bottle, and then you put one bottle, 4 ounces of liquid smoke in on top. And what you'll do, here's in the container, you'll fill this up, of course, with more meat, and you let this marinate. It's good to let it go at least 6 hours, preferably overnight even. So we'll get this marinated, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, here's what we got now. I had to go back to the store and buy more soy and more liquid smoke because I had quite a bit of beef, and what I had wasn't near enough. So I had to actually put 2 more liquid smokes in and 1 more soy. So just remember, when you make this mix, this right here, this bottle is a little bit small. This is a 10-ounce bottle. Usually I'll put 1 16-ounce bottle of soy and 1 4-ounce bottle of liquid smoke. And that's about the right combination. And let it marinate overnight or a few hours, however long you want. And then what I'm going to end up doing here is making some with some of my hot Reaper powder. Actually, it's ghost pepper this year, but when I made this up, it was Carolina Reaper powder. That's the, if you remember in a couple of videos ago where I made the powder out of the ground up ghost peppers. That was dried, dehydrated, ground up into a powder. So what I'll do, I'll just do a little bit of it because I'm probably the only one that'll eat it. No one else in the family will. So I'll just make maybe a tray or 2 trays. I think there's 6 or 8 trays in that total. So I'll probably make 2 trays of some of the ghost pepper powder on top of it just to give it a spice. And the rest of it will just be marinated with the soy. And now you can also do this, and it's kind of funny, when I was at the checkout aisle with the liquid smoke, they looked over, somebody that was in the line in front of me looked and said, "Oh, are you making jerky?" I said, "Oh yeah." They said, "We are too, but we're making deer jerky." So they was making deer meat jerky, which today we got beef jerky, but deer jerky is very good as well. So whichever you got will work excellent. So that's about it for this, and I'll show you the next step going in the dehydrator. Okay, what we're doing now, right here's my marinated beef, and I'm going to do 1 layer with some very hot sauce on top of it, the Reaper sauce or ghost pepper sauce, and I'm going to sprinkle it just a little bit on top. And this stuff is really, really strong, so you got to be careful. It'll about choke you when you start sprinkling it. And I'll flip it over, so I put a coat on this side. That's gonna be some really, really hot jerky right there. So I'll put that in the bottom. I'll keep it in the bottom of the dehydrator, and then I'll do 1 more layer like that, and then the rest of it I'll put just plain, just like it is. Okay, we've had this in the dehydrator for 12 hours. Temperature maxed out 160 degrees. And now every dehydrator is different, so just check yours. 8 hours may be sufficient. Some may take 14 hours. It just depends. It depends how you like it. After 12 hours, this is still a little bit rubbery. So this could go just a little bit longer. Some of it you can pull out now. And here's the stuff with extreme hot powder. And yeah, that stuff there is going to be blistering hot. So probably got a little bit more on there than I thought I did. So it's going to be pretty warm. So what I'll do, I'll close it up and let it go a couple more hours, and then we'll check it again. Okay, here's the end results of our beef jerky. Like I said, the only thing we put in this was soy sauce and liquid smoke. And on this one, I put my ground up ghost pepper powder on it, on this little batch right here. Put it all in the same smoker. And this right here, depending on how you like it, some people like it crispy, and this is more on the crispy side. And it don't have a lot of flexibility. It breaks when you bend it. But some people like it, a little bit more flimsy. It just depends and you just have to experiment with your temperature. Now, this is all natural, except for what's in the soy sauce and the liquid smoke, of course. But I can assure you it's a lot less preservatives and homemade like this. It's very good jerky. So, if you like the recipe, share it with somebody. We're looking at making a whole lot more videos on homestead hacks. And don't forget, please share our videos, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching Homestead Hacks.